Fairly often in Uganda, we hear news about the artist who's challenging the country's president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who's been in office for the past 34 years. Robert Changulani Sentamu, popularly known as Bobi Wine, has become a symbol of revolution for many young people in Uganda. According to the World Population Review, over 70% of Uganda's 44.7 million people are under the age of 25.
I like to mention that since President Museveni took power and promised that he and his team would lead Uganda for only 4 years and return power to civilian rule, when many Ugandans realized that that was a lie, I was still a young boy, resistance started against Museveni. So Ugandans have been resisting the excesses of President Museveni. Even when I was deeply involved in my music, like Fela said, when I was busy teaching my generation nonsense through my music. I was one of the artists that were mentally sterile. I was not conscious, and I might have been a little bit conscious, but it was not to the levels that were required. So I cannot give credit to this resistance to myself. You notice that we have an opposition leader called Dr. Kizza Besigye, who was a personal physician of Museveni, but came out to stand against him. There's a general called General Mugisha Muntu, who was the first army commander under the Museveni regime. He also came out to denounce the dictatorial tendencies of President Museveni. So I am not the first person. I just came in, first of all, because I knew that I had a role to play. And most importantly, because I noticed that the young people of my generation had basically neglected their historical responsibility of standing and being counted, well knowing that all over the world transformations and revolutions and nations have been changed and built by the young people of that time. So it was my historical call to the young people of Uganda, and indeed the young people of East Africa and Africa as a whole, to take responsibility and to answer the call of history to rise to the occasion and take part in the governance of their country. That's when I came in. I know that I've gone quite through a lot, but again, I cannot compare that to what people silently go through. You must have been reading on the news, young men and women kidnapped by the military. And so many people have gone through so much.
In 2017, Bobi Wine ran for a seat in parliament as an independent candidate and won over the top politicians. This time, he intends to unseat the president, Museveni, who has been in office since he was 3 years old. What are his hopes for winning this election?
I know that very many people are skeptical about challenging President Museveni. Many people have actually given up on hope of democracy, and many are suggesting that we take up arms against him. But as a person and as a leader, I don't believe in violence. Museveni took up guns in 1980, and by 1986, 500,000 Ugandans had died. It costed 500,000 lives for Museveni to become president. It is not worth it for me. However, I'm also aware that the times are not like they used to be. We as young people are 85%. The numbers are in our favor. And it should be noted that even the elders are very strongly behind our cause. But that said, I also know that from history, dictators have always been one. Look at the Gambia, where there was Yahya Jammeh. He was defeated democratically. We have seen people like Omar el-Bashir of Sudan and Bouteflika of Algeria. They had more equipped armies, more organized. But guess what? They are no more. So, the people prevailed. So like we are told by great leaders like Mandela that it always seems impossible until it's done.
His activism has not come at little cost. Since last year, he's been arrested several times and continues to face various consequences as he speaks against laws that he thinks reduce self-expression for the common people in the country.
The